Hey guys, so this is going to be a review of Season 1, Episode 1 of The Mandalorian. So The Mandalorian came out about a year and a half ago now. I wanted to watch it as soon as it came out, but I was in Japan and I didn't have access to Disney Plus, but now I'm in the US and I can watch it. So I finally started it. Recently with my reviews of like Shadowhunters and Star Trek Discovery, I'm rewatching them because I didn't review them as soon as I watched them the first time, and in both of those cases I've actually seen farther than when I was reviewing, but in this case I have only watched episode 1, so I don't know anything. Well, it's somewhat a lie. I know bits and pieces from like social media and stuff, but I don't really know what happens beyond episode 1. Right off the bat with the first episode, I could really tell that it was a TV show and not a movie, which was kind of to be expected, not very surprising. But there was something about like the production value where, not that it looked cheap or anything, it just didn't look like a blockbuster movie, which is understandable. But since that's what I'm used to from Star Wars recently, I know some of the older movies, they like some of the special effects look older and things. This doesn't look old or retro or anything like that. You can just tell that the budget wasn't quite the same. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I just needed a minute to adjust, I feel like. My favorite thing about the first episode was how well fleshed out all of the characters felt, even when we didn't really see that much of them. Even the characters who only have a few lines or are there very briefly were very interesting, and I wanted to know more about them. We find out that the Mandalorian can freeze people in carbonite on a ship, and I do not remember the guy's name who he has captured at the beginning of the episode, but when he finds all of the people frozen in carbonite, I can only imagine how terrifying coming across that would be. There's kind of a shortage of bounty hunting jobs, and so the Mandalorian gets kind of caught up in getting like the child or baby Yoda, who's not actually Yoda because I have picked up some things from social media, but it's all very mysterious. The people won't really tell him, well, they don't really tell him anything about the child before he actually finds it, but also they don't really tell him why they need him or anything. It's an interesting mystery. I'm looking forward to finding out what could possibly be so important about him. We also find out in this episode that the Mandalorian is a foundling, and we get a few brief flashbacks to his past and what happened, but I also really love that aspect of his character, because I think the idea of foundlings is very interesting. We also meet a bounty hunter droid in this episode, and I have to say, out of all of the droids in Star Wars, I think that one freaks me out the most. There's just something about the way that that droid looked, and probably also because we saw him shooting down 1 million people, but just it's very off-putting. I think it's something about the fact that he doesn't really have a face, but just has a lot of guns. That's probably the reason for it, but something about that droid just really unnerves me in a way that I don't think any other droid in Star Wars ever has. But I think that's everything that I have to say about the first episode. I'm looking forward to watching more of it and seeing what happens. Like usual, some episodes I will probably write about on my blog instead of making videos, but I definitely will make more videos as well. There will be a link to my blog in the description if you want to read whatever I post there. But hopefully I will see you soon to talk more about The Mandalorian, because I'm really excited to watch episode 2, and I really want to do that this weekend, hopefully, if I can. So I will see you guys later.